Hello everyone. So today we will see infinite scroller in React. So for this we will not use any third-party library. We'll do it on our own by using logic. So let's start. So this is basically my React app that I have created using Create React app. So you can also do that. And now I will add one component to my component folder, which is say scroll component, and we will write our logic in scroll component. So just start with the basic structure. So and let's add this scroll component in app.js. Yeah, and for this for now let's check that our app is working or not. So scroll is coming means our component is working fine. So now we will start designing our component. So first we will made this div as a parent scroll container. So I will write class name scroll container. Let's add this in app.css first. Let's import app.css. app dot slash app dot css and just write the css for scroll container. So for scroll container, the height will be 500 pixel, width will be 300 pixel. Then we should give border so that we can see solid black border. And let's just first see how it looks. Yeah, so we have scroll container now. So I would like to give some border radius of let's say 4 pixel, and I also want this container to be align center horizontally. So for that I will give margin from top and bottom to 20 pixel, and left right to arrow for centering it. Yeah, so now we have centered our container, scroll container. So now we will add some content. So let's just first take one state. So this state will contain our data. So we will use data, set data here, use state, and the initial state will be some content. Let's say card one. So we will basically be adding here card, and that will be dynamically added when we scroll. So for now, we'll just add two cards as the initial state, and here we will render that card list. So we will render a single card, and for the key, as of now, as our card names should be unique. So as a key, also I will give the card content here, and we need to give some styling to this single card. So for that, I will add a class name of card, and here I would like to give the card the height of, let's say, for now 200 pixel. Width I want to give to 260 pixel. So we have 300 pixel width of the parent container and card width of 260 pixels. So now we are remaining with the 40 pixels. So I want to give margin of 20 pixel each, so that it will accommodate all the 300 pixel. And I also want to give list. Yeah. So I also want to give the box shadow, so that our card will look like. So I want to give horizontal of 2 pixel, vertical of 2 pixel, blur of 2 pixels, spread of 2 pixel, and color of black with opacity of 0.2. And yeah, so let's just first see how it looks. Yeah, so it is looking quite good. Yeah. So now I also want to center this card content horizontally and vertically. So for that we will use Flexbox. So we will use display of flex. We will give justify content center and align items to center, so that it will center horizontally and vertically. Now we also want to add a scroll bar. So for that we will, on the parent container, that means on the scroll container. So this is our parent div, which is scroll container. So for scroll container we will add overflow will be scroll. We'll just see. So we have got the scroll, but we don't got the scroll bar. For that, just increase the width of the card. Sorry, height of the card. So let's say 220 pixel. Okay, so now we are getting scroll, and we also need some margin from here. So we will, you know, we will decrease the width. Let's just see. Okay, it is looking decent. So let's first refresh and see if error. Yeah, we don't have any error as of now. So for that, yeah. So now let's just add the on scroll event to our parent div. And one more thing. So we need what we want is, we want the scroll position of this parent div, and for that we'll need a useref hook. So what useref will do is, first we will import useref from React. So useref it will do is, it will just attach the reference to that div, so that we can get the properties or a particular value regarding this particular div. So we will add a ref called scroll ref, and we'll do like this, and we will attach a ref to our container. So ref will be scroll ref, and we will also add a event on scroll, which will be a function get scroll position. Now we will write this get scroll position function. So it will be a get scroll, and so we'll first console log the value of the scroll. So we will get this scroll value in scroll depth. So scroll ref, which has a current property, and from this current property we will get scroll top value. So we'll first check scroll top value. Okay. So observe here, whenever our scroll bar attaches to this bottom, then the value will be 15. Then the scroll top value will be 50. So we just need this value. So what we will do is, we will first add one card, that means card number 3. So for this, let's just write if condition, and our logic will be scroll top. Say for the first card, that means for the third card that we will add on scroll, we'll write a logic that if it is 15, then so it is just for the first card, just to check that our logic is working or not, and then we will make it dynamically. So then what we will do is we will set our data, which is our array, and we will what we will do is we will copy the previous data as it is, and for the third card, sorry, data, and for the third card what we will do is card. So we want the card number 3. So how we can get that? We can get that by using card array, or our data array dot length, which will give 2. So if we add +1 to this, we will give 3, and in this way we can get the subsequent card number. So in this case we will get the card number 3. So let's just first check if this card 3 will be added or not according to our logic. So yeah, as you can see, card number 3 is added, and now our scroll bar is at very bottom, and at this stage just check the value of the top scroll position. It is 255. So you just need to think the logic by looking at these numbers. So we are getting 255. So why we are getting 255 is our card is of height 220 pixel, and we have margin of 20 pixel from both sides, but we will just need a margin bottom will also be 20 pixel in this case. So the total card height is 220 plus 20 equal to 240 pixel. Okay, and we are getting 255 here. So if we go to the calculator, 220 plus margin bottom equal to 20 pixel, that means 240 pixel, 250 pixel, and our scroll top position for the first time, it was 15. So if we add 15 to this 240, then we will get 255, which is exactly this number 255. So as you know, our 240 is our card height, and 15 is the previous scroll top position. So to track this, we will need one state. Let's say scroll position, set scroll position, and initially it will be 0. And what we will do here is in our first condition, we will set scroll position to our current current scroll top position, which is for the first time it will be 15, plus we will add the height of the card. The height of the card, so we have already calculated, it is 240. So 240. So in here what we are doing is we are predicting the next scroll top position in our previous condition. So for the subsequent card we will add one condition, and the condition will be the scroll top position that we will get in the subsequent card addition, if it is equal to our previous scroll position, which is the previous scroll position is 250, let's say, and our current scroll position will also, if it is also will get if we will get 250 here also, then what we will do is, so let me just first write the logic, then I will tell you. So sorry, it set data, it is not set data, it is not set data, it is set data, my mistake. So yeah, so we will just copy this logic paste here for setting our state. So in this case we will be copying the previous data, and we will add another card. And now for the scroll position, what we will do is, so we will get the previous scroll position that is already stored in this variable, and in that we will simply add 240. Why? Because 240 is our the height of the card, so that's why. So for the first time, if it is 15, then we will add the card number 3, and for subsequent time, we will check the scroll top and then scroll, and we are already predicting the scroll top position in our previous logic, in our previous if conditions. So in case of fourth card, if we will check the scroll top, and that will be the 255 in case of fourth card. And if 255 is equal to the scroll position which we already calculated in previous if check, which again will be 240 plus 15, 255. And if this condition met, then we will add the card number 4. And similarly, we can add card number 5, card number 6 by using this condition. So basically this condition is for adding the third card, as we have two cards initially set up in our state, and for subsequent card for adding subsequent card, we will use this logic. So we will check if our logic works or not. So now currently we have two cards. If we scroll, we will get third card, and if we scroll now, we will get fourth card, fifth card, sixth card, and subsequent card. So in this way, we have used the infinite scroller, and we are dynamically adding cards to this parent container. So likewise, you can add card 10, card 11. Yeah. So this is basically infinite scroller kind of thing, which we have applied on this particular div. So, and we have not used any library here. So only the logic, this logic is important, and all other things are just common things. And the user if that that it will just, we can just attach the ref to a particular div so that we can get the properties regarding it. Yeah. So now we are getting dynamic cards, and if we again check scroll 40, scroll 60, yeah, we are also getting. And just look at observe this scroll bar. So it will whenever it is adding new card, it will just pop with a little bit. So see it is popped up. Okay, so that is basically uh, infinite scroller using React. So yeah, thank you guys. Hi. So one more thing we have missed here is, let's say we are adding the card now. So let's say we are on fourth card, and if I get back to the I mean, we can just scroll up, and if we encounter a number 15, scroll to position 15, let's say we can encounter this 15 somehow. I don't know if it is encountered. Yeah, so it is encounter 15. So what in this case, what will happen is, if user scroll all the way to the bottom, and if he is again scroll to the top, at the very top, and if we encountered 15, then this condition will met our first condition, and what it will do is it will just set the another card which is right, but it will also change our previous scroll position. So, and because of this, it will cause this condition to be failed. Okay, so it will cause this second condition to be failed, because so due to this condition, this logic will this our logic will fail. because it will again set the scroll position to a different number and then this logic will fail. So let's just check now. So now see that we only have card 5 and then card 6, card 7 subsequent card are not adding. So this is an issue we have. So to fix this, what we want is we want this condition to be called only once, and that is at the first time at the beginning. So what we will do is we will use one state here, let's say flag here, and we will just set that flags at the initial state of true, and we will check this. If that flag is true, then only we want this condition to be executed, and after this condition has completed its execution, we'll set flag to false so that it will never call again. Even if the 15 is encountered, it will still not call this condition again, so that our logic will not break now. So now if we check, so cards are adding dynamically, and if we go to the above and if we encounter the 15, so here we have encountered 15, and according to our previous logic it should fade, but we have now changed. But we have now changed the logic, so let's now see. Yeah, so now our logic should not will not break, and it is now adding card successfully. Even if we encounter the 15 again, let's say encounter a 15 again. You can skip this part. I'm just checking whether it is encountered 15 again. Yeah, so it is encountered 15 again, and now check if your dot logic breaks or not. So yes, it is not break. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you. And one more thing. So here we don't have any real-time API. So we just what we have done is we just simulate the data, simulate the API, and we just have a dummy data for now. But in case of the API, what you can do is you can so we are setting here set data. Okay, so in place of this, you can have your function, your let's say your function which will call some API, and in that function you can just after returning the result, so after your result of API, you can just set that result to this set data, and you can accordingly structure your data, and you can accordingly do that. So in case of API, you just need to call your API function here, and you have to write the logic accordingly uh, on the basis of your incoming data from the API, the result of API. So yeah.